All right, welcome back to News 8 at 5:30. And I have to say, James, this is like one of the craziest crossover episodes ever, right?
I would say so. Your schedule, my schedule, but mainly your schedule. I'm just waiting for you to say Good Morning Quad Cities.
That's the joke that I was making in the newsroom. I'm going to end up saying, all right, welcome back into Good Morning Quad Cities. But so far, no slip
We still
yet.
got another 15 more minutes. We'll see how that turns out. All serious, though, we are talking about the weather impact alert for later tonight, going to early tomorrow morning for maybe some drenching rains. A few thunderstorms, of course, be mixed in as well. We're noticing that in a few areas across our viewing area, but isolated for the time being. For many of us, it's been a very warm, a very sticky day with temperatures around the mid-upper 80s and those heat index values. My goodness, even warmer than that. Of course, most of the day, we've been seeing those averaging right around 100 degrees. You can see in our latest satellite picture in the past few hours or so, did see some activity pop up on the eastern side of the river. Let's kind of zoom in on this one potent storm. Not severe, but it is producing a lot of lightning and some really heavy rainfall just outside of Buda, west of Tuscaloosa. If you're watching us in Princeton, you probably notice a lot of lightning off in your distance and some dark cloudiness. That's all heading your way. You can get a quick half an inch of rain, maybe even an inch from that cell as that continues to make its way off to the north and east. Did see a nice little thunderstorm cell just south of Mount Pleasant, but now we're just seeing some innocent showers popping up around the immediate Quad Cities. Everything is looking nice and quiet. But we think later tonight, things are going to get even more wet, and the coverage, I think, will be increasing even more as we are still looking at the possibility of seeing some drenching showers and thunderstorms. Some of those storms that we're seeing on the tail end of that in Missouri are severe, but expect to stay well down to our south. The reason why our threat of severe weather is limited is because the main cold front is well off to the west of us. So I think what we're going to be certainly highlighting here is a threat for some very heavy rain and not so much as far as any strong wind gusts. But we'll keep an eye on it as we go through the rest of the night. And the reason why we say that is because the air is very buoyant. Look at the temperatures. Upper 80s, near 90 degrees. Of course, the rain-cooled air has already dropped those temperatures around Mount Pleasant and Burlington. But check out the dew point temperatures. My goodness, well in the 70s, even around 80 degrees over in Geneseo. So all you have to do is rinse that out and you can get some pretty good rainfall. And our future track or house model actually showing that very nicely. This is 11:30 at night, and you can see that area of activity begin to pop up right along the I-80 corridor. Kind of becomes a bit more widespread as we get toward 4 o'clock tomorrow morning, and will continue such even around 7 or 8 o'clock before this coverage begins to dwindle down, and this is where we're just dealing with maybe some isolated activity throughout most of the day until we get to about the mid or late afternoon hours, right around the peak heating. This is 2 p.m., and we do see a broken line of some showers and thunderstorms, or one or two of these could actually produce some very heavy rainfall as well. And I think that threat may even linger on as we make our way into our Monday. Right now, early estimates are still showing through Sunday, maybe about 1 to 2 inches of rainfall from the river and points eastward, with higher amounts expected the farther west as you go. With some of that coming down in a very short period of time, you can't rule out the possibility of flooding, so flood watch continues starting later on tonight. Early estimates between 1, some local areas farther west of the river, maybe as high as 5 inches of rain. So make sure that you see any high water later tonight, just turn around. You just do not know how deep that water actually is. Temperatures, though, will be a big change. Lower 70s, upper 60s for overnight lows. But how about this? Come tomorrow, quite refreshing with upper 70s and lower 80s for daytime highs. The chance of wet weather will continue later on Monday. Looks like maybe the last of those raindrops early on Tuesday, and then drier skies take over, but we warm things up again as we head to that following weekend.